what I'm going to ask that we do is to intone the first word of each of the, almost all of the Beatitudes, but each of the first 7 Beatitudes from Matthew. It's what was translated as blessed are. The word is tuv-ehun, tuv-ehun. And I'll explain what that means in a minute, but what I mean by intonation is, just listen to the sound of my voice, what I do with it. This is a very common practice in the Near East and the Middle East, going back thousands of years, still practiced today. What we're going to do is we're going to do that together 3 times, intoning that sound. Tuv-ehun. Do it 3 times. It doesn't have to be pitch perfect. You don't have to last forever. Just whatever you're comfortable with. We're going to do this 3 times. Okay. Tuv-ehun l'maskele ibaruch d'dilachon he malkuta dashmaya. Tuv-ehun la'abvile d'hanun net bayun. Tuv-ehun l'makike d'hanun nertun ar'a. Tuv-ehun lailein d'kapnin watsin lachanuta d'hanun nespum. Tuv-ehun lamrachmane Lehun nehun rachme. Tuv-ehun lailein dad kain brevon. Dehanun netzun la'allah. Tuv-ehun lebdai shlama dahnawi da'allah nitkam. Tuv-ehun lailein diatratapo mitol kianuta. Dedilhon hi malkuta dashmaya. Tuv-ehun emastin Dum hastin lakon aradpin lakon lekon kumila bisha metolati bedagluta. Hidain chadao wal razu dagrukun ski bashmaya hakana ger radapo lambia daman kadmayakum. Amen. Open your eyes. Can everybody repeat those back?
Listen.
I say the last 3.
You got the 2
Even
now.
I read the last 3 because they're like a train wreck trying to pronounce those.
Amen.
Yes.
Amen. Yeah, let's talk about Amen for a minute. It has nothing to do with the Beatitudes. It's actually not even in the Lord's Prayer. Amen. 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 Amen is a word, a sound in Aramaic that pops up a lot in the teachings of Jesus, but we don't know it when we're reading it in English. Such places as, of course, Amen, we hear that. How about when he says things like, verily, verily, I say to you? What he's actually saying is, Amen, Amen. We don't see that in the King James. When you see him using the same word for all these things that are translated as different words into English, we don't see that, seeing it in the standard Bibles that are out there. We have to go back to the Aramaic. It's something that I see as vitally important as to really understanding a lot more deeply what he had said. Such things as when he would call someone a hypocrite, the word was ape. That word hypocrite is the same word as veil. When you read the veil of the temple was rent in twain from top to bottom, it's the same word, veil, hypocrite. It's the same word for sake. Like if you say to a child, for your sake, Johnny, don't run out into the road, what are you saying? For your
benefit.
For your benefit, for your safety. Or for your, what's apparent to me, your apparent safety, don't run out into the road. And it's the same word, ape. It also means, when Yeshua would talk about, what did he talk about when he talked about this? What did he call that in English? He didn't call it a body.
Temple.
Called it the temple. That word in Aramaic is haikla. Haik means energy. La means something gathered in one place. So it's like some energy gathered in one place. It's the word for temple, sanctuary, church, etc. But so when you're talking about the veil of the temple, you're talking about the veil, and it doesn't even say the veil of the temple in Aramaic, it says the veil in the portal or the doorway of the embodiment of energy was rent in twain. So you look at that and it's like, your head's going to because it's so much wider. But veil was something that concealed something else, which is what hypocrite is. It also could be linked to the Latin word person. Person is a Latin word, persona. Does anybody know what persona means? Mask. So when he called someone a hypocrite, he was saying, that's not you saying that to me, that's the mask. And in the case of amen, amen, when he says verily, verily, that root of that is the word iman. I-M-N, if you're looking at it in English. Iman is the word for faith in Arabic today. It literally means a rooted center. It's like I put a stick in the sand and I walk around it, like ring around a rosy. That's what Iman means. David Bowie's wife is named Iman. It means rooted center. She is Somalian, if I'm not mistaken. And that's also in the Ethiopian, Ge'ez, Amharic, the different Ethiopian languages. So right in the middle of Amen is the root that means rooted center or rooted earth. So when he was saying, verily, verily, I say to you, he's saying from this rooted earth. And when you hear Amen, Amen, what that means is, from this rooted earth may all my actions flow. May my life flow from the earth that my feet are firmly planted in. This is absolutely it. It also, Amen, also was a word for cubit. Cubit is a form of, it was a measurement, about yay big. The reason that that's important to know is because it meant this is exactly, it measures exactly 1 cubit. This is exactly what I am saying to you. Amen is sealed in faith and trust. This is absolutely the rooted center of everything that I am living from. So you get like a deeper understanding of what Amen, Amen means. So to begin, before we begin with the actual Beatitudes, I'm going to read something that's a publication from the Caboris Codex Foundation. What this is it's speaking of prison system, the Albany, Georgia prison system in the late 60s, early 70s, and they wrote about a course that they had developed from the Aramaic teachings of Yeshua called, at that time, Emotional Maturity Instruction, now called Laws of Living, taught by my friend Dr. Michael Rice at the Heartland Aramaic Mission, which is in Missouri. Can't say Missouri when you're out there because they look at you really weird in Missouri. Like in Oregon a few weeks ago, and they're like,